Hey guys, Paul here. Today I'm going to give you some tips on how to take great video with your Samsung Galaxy phone. Now, an advantage that we have using Android over iPhone is that we're not locked into memory on our phones. We can upgrade our micro SD cards. Let me tell you a little bit about micro SD card class. Now, if you're shooting in standard definition video, on my YouTube channel, I record all my videos on my Samsung Galaxy phone in standard def, and a class 4 or 6 is really good for that. Here I've got a class 6 8GB Transcend micro SD card. And by the way, Transcend is a really good value, and in my experience they're just as good as Kingston. So make sure you've got at least a class 4 in your phone. If you're shooting in high def, those of you who have the higher Galaxy models, buy a class 10 card. That's going to give you the best full HD quality on your phone. Now, before heading out to shoot, make sure your lens is clean. I use white vinegar on a tissue or paper towel to clean the lens. Gets the finger oil, dust, and grime off your lens, as well as the cover of the lens. So make sure your phone's clean, because that can really give a much better image. Alright, bringing you indoors here for a minute to get out of the outside glare. First thing you want to do is switch over to video mode, and then make sure that you're selecting the highest video resolution. You can see we're at 720 by 480, so that's the highest on this camera. This is an older Samsung Galaxy, and I just keep the default settings there. The next thing, when you're getting ready to shoot, make sure that your zoom is not on. Say that's max zoom, and you really want to make sure, test that that's at minimum. Now, these zoom buttons down here are at kind of inconvenient locations, because a lot of times you wrap your fingers there. So make sure when recording that you check that, make sure it's on minimum, and hold your thumbs on the corners as well as your index fingers up here. Also, make sure when you're holding your phone that you're not covering up this side microphone here, especially if you're doing a selfie like this. Make sure you're keeping your fingers on the corners of the phone and you're not covering up that side microphone. Alright, great. Those are some things to be aware of about your phone. Now, when you're moving into your location, make sure you have good lighting. Outside here today, it's a little overcast, actually great lighting for shooting. The sun is behind me, so make sure the sun is behind or at the side to your subject, and it's not behind you. And if you're indoors, make sure the lighting source is not behind you as well, because that's going to cast a shadow onto your subject that you don't want. So experiment with lighting and make sure you've got your subject clearly out in front of you or to the side where the subject is well lit and you're not putting your shadow over the subject. Probably one of the most important tips I can give you is to keep your camera really still, especially when you're panning off to the side or through different scenery. Make sure you keep your camera really still and moving slowly and smoothly. It'll give your videos that professional edge and separate you from the amateur quality YouTube videos. And with practice, you'll get better at moving your camera slowly. Avoid jerking your camera quickly one way or another, because it's just not going to give a good quality video. And if you're shooting by yourself, these Joby stands are really great, and you can get the extension for the cameras with the Joby, and I use these all the time right here on my YouTube channel when I'm doing stuff at home, like recording my terrarium or something like that, a static subject, or getting in close. You can set this up. This thing is really great. You can set it up on fences or in trees. Now, also remember that while you're recording video, you're still going to get notices and phone calls, and a phone call will stop recording your video. So before you start, put your calls directly into voicemail, or if you're expecting a call from someone, tell them to wait off until you're finished recording. Now as far as audio, that's really important. Now right now I'm about 3 feet from the recording device here today, and that's a good distance for getting a nice crisp audio. You can record your subject speaking, I would say out to about 10 feet, and then you begin to lose some of the volume. But I would say out to 10 feet is a good distance for capturing good volume when someone's speaking like I am right now. Now let me inversely give you an example. If I'm close to the phone here and recording and narrating a subject here like this fence over here, notice how I'm lowering my voice. You don't want to speak loudly or shout into the phone because that will distort your audio. And when your audio is distorted, you cannot fix that on Windows Movie Maker or OpenShot or Kdenlive or Audacity, whatever the case is. When audio is distorted, it's distorted. So keep that in mind. When you're narrating close to your phone, lower your voice because the audio is still going to come out really great. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I hope these tips help you make great videos, and if you're already producing content on YouTube, I hope these tips help you make even better videos. Please subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends who would like some smartphone video recording tips. See you next time.